1, 2, 3, 4.
Hi guys, and welcome to another video by Chillin' Vegan and Frodo. Thank you so much for being here again. In today's video, I will be showing you how I have created this really cool ocean waves effect using resin, epoxy resin, and a few different pigments. And if you're interested in that, please keep on watching. So the first thing I did is I create my resin. I add part A and part B in 2:1 ratio, as you can see there. I use a measuring cup to make it easier for myself. Now I'm mixing it for about 3 minutes minimum, just to get all the resin mixed perfectly. It is important that you mix it really well to get the same consistency and to ensure that the resin will set well when it's done. Here I'm adding different pigments. I'm using my creams from Barnes and I'm using my Liquitex inks. Once again, you want to get everything mixed up as well as possible. And here I'm using just a couple of small cups and I'm adding some glitter and gloss. I'm creating white pigment, epoxy, and I will also be using some silver glitter in a minute. Now in regards to the amount of pigment you add, it really does depend. What I find, it really depends to what you are using. So sometimes you need more, sometimes you need less, depends on the intensity of the color. If you're adding some other colors to your resin as well, so for example if you're making light blue instead of deep blue, you would be adding white and blue together and so on. But I guess the important thing to remember is to, one, again, mix it really well, so on your picture, once everything has been set, it sets perfectly well and it sets really good and uniform, instead of having colors being mixed unevenly. And another thing to note is that you don't want to add so much pigment that you don't have enough resin in there. Of course, that in my experience takes a bit of practice, and different pigments, different brands are different, but generally you want about 5 to 10% maximum of pigment amount to the amount of the epoxy you're putting in your cup. So as you can see here now, I am setting my canvas on cups just to have it raised, so if things will flow to the side, it makes it easier to work with. And I'm adding a variety of different colors, and because they're color, not just they're different colors, but they're also different types of material pigments, so the density is different. When it all dries up or sets, it looks different. You can see it in a little bit. Now I'm just collecting small amount of the resin that drips from the sides, just because I don't like to waste, and it's still good colored resin and I want to be able to use that. Now it's important to make sure that your canvas is pretty straight on. You can use a leveler for this as well.
To cover up these empty sheets, 'cause I'm incomplete. Yeah, I'm incomplete. Hey, 'cause I'm incomplete. I need you here tonight to cover up these empty sheets, 'cause I'm incomplete. but it won't be long before I realize it's a picture in my.
Now here you can see the different colors and different densities look different, and I am also adding, first I'm getting rid of the bubble, and now I'm putting in my white, deep white waves, because I don't want white to be overpowering in this picture, and I want it to be mostly blue. I'm just putting in white strips through the resin, the base, the blue base that I have already preset. And I think it looks really, really cool because it just really jumps out at you, the contrast between the pure white, pure clean white, and the blue, the deep blue and light blue base in the background. I actually really, really love this. Now to create the waves effect, I'm using a hairdryer, and I'm using a little nozzle that assists me with directing the flow of the air. Otherwise, if you're putting in too much airflow, directing too much airflow onto your picture, it gives you different effects, and it's still very cool, but it wasn't the effect that I had an idea for in this picture. So I'm actually very, very happy with the way this specific picture turned out and the way the little waves, little twinkly waves looked. I also added some silver pigment just to add a bit of different color to it and just to see how that would look. Getting rid of bubbles really quickly with a gas torch. And I am very happy with my work. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.
All because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies. Only you. So dripping lights paint the skies.